All right, we'll open up for questions for JT. Front row left, Bill.
JT, we've learned about sort of the process it took for your knee to get to a place where you could play in the Big Ten championship. And I guess just like with the care for your knee in mind, is there any chance that maybe you wouldn't play in this game so that you can get that thing right and for whatever you have to do in the future?
Come again?
Is there a chance that your knee could keep you from playing in this game, given the ordeal it was to get you ready to play in the Big Ten championship?
Talking about the next game against USC.
Yes, sir.
Nah, I'm gonna play.
With that in mind, then, have you given any thought to the idea that you're going to get to finish your college career basically at home, not far from Wichita Falls?
No, not really, but I think it'd be good. I mean, if anything, gotta start begging for tickets pretty soon. You know, my mom's gonna try to have the family reunion at the Cowboy Stadium. So.
Second row left, Ari.
JT, can you give us a little bit more insight in terms of how it felt during the game yesterday? And you had to put your body through a lot. I mean, to get to that point to play, and then you had I think, season high 19 carries after you put your body through a lot. Is it even more devastating to know what you went through, and you guys did get the win, that you're on the outside looking into the playoff?
I mean, I think I just try to put myself in a position physically to, you know, be able to go out there and, you know, still be myself. And, I mean, 19 carries, so I didn't know it was that much, but it was whatever it took to win the game. Like, that's how it always is. You got to do whatever it takes to win a game. And with that, we was able to do that. So, I don't know. It wasn't too crazy as far as like how I felt. I felt like a normal. I was playing cut and find, fighting for yards, and you know, didn't slide and things like that.
Front row right, Tim.
Yeah. With that said, JT, well, how would you explain to people who are trying to come to grips with what you went through over the last week, of what drives you to want to play football 6 days after your knee has been worked on?
Yeah, so it was funny. So when they said, like, yeah, it was gotta have surgery to, like, you know, clean it up in there, and the recovery time is normally 3 to 4 weeks. I was like, well, we don't really got that kind of time. So I was here all day, every day, whether it be watching film in the training room. I had a little, like, station set up. They hooked me up, so I was able to watch film and, you know, ice my knee, get treatment, things like that. So it was just a constant thing throughout last week and just trying to get myself prepared. But, yeah, normally you get your knee scoped. That's a, you know, 3 to 4 week type of deal.
Yeah, but I'm saying, in your mind, when did you, I mean, I was talking with your coach Garfield, you know, you came back from a broken collarbone when you were a freshman, you know, because you felt it important to play as soon as you could. Mm-hmm. Where does that drive come from? How long have you had that? I mean, what makes a man want to do things like that?
I think it's, I don't know, the love I have for the team, honestly. Like, you know, what we go through constantly throughout the off season, and you know, those bonds you build through those, you know, trying times of, you know, working out, and just the growth of bringing the team together. I think that's, you know, ultimately why you play the game of football, is because the team building that it has and the love you have for your brothers. And you know, coach asks this question, you know, what would you do for your brother? And it's one of those things like, well, I'll do anything. Okay. You know, it's something you could say, but I try to also show that through my actions, and I think that's just part of it.
Last time this team played in Dallas, you got to watch, but you didn't get to play. Is it kind of ironic now that your final, you know, yeah, I know you'd want to be in the playoffs, but your final game is going to be sort of in front of the home folks?
Yeah. I never played in Cowboy Stadium before, even in high school. So last time me playing a football game in Texas was in high school. So I think it would be good, you know, to be in the atmosphere. and being going against a team like USC would be good.
Front row right, Austin.
JT, Coach Meyer said that, you know, he expects players to be devastated and feel disappointment not to get in the playoff. How are you feeling and processing that at this point?
Yeah, I mean, do I feel like the Ohio State Buckeyes is, you know, top 4 team in the country? I do. And I am hurt by, you know, us not getting in. And I don't know, it's to, I guess, a point now, it's like, you know, I don't know, it's one of those things that was kind of just out of your control type of thing. And, I mean, it's going to sting for a minute, but at the end of the day, you know, you did what you're supposed to do. We were supposed to go beat Wisconsin in the Big Ten Championship, and we was able to do that. And, you know, it was up to the committee to make the decision, so.
It's just got to be a wild ride for you guys, considering how joyous the celebration was at midnight last night, and then 12 hours later, it's like, I can't imagine how that would compare to what was taken, maybe potentially taken away.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's almost like how the game of football goes, almost. But what we experienced last night in the locker room, knowing, you know, what we've been through as a season, and then go out there and accomplish one of our goals, and that's be Big Ten champs. That was something that, you know, can't be taken away from us. And so we're definitely going to cherish that for forever.
Front row right, Bill.
Is playing USC, especially in Dallas for you, the next best thing? I mean, obviously you want to get in the CFP, but if you can't do that, is this the next best thing?
I don't really know how to answer that. I mean, I guess so, but it's one of those things, like I said, they pick where you go to, so, I mean, it's always like, well, if I had my choice, you know, it would be in the playoff, but I guess so.
And when you think about in hindsight, what it would have taken for you guys to have persuaded the committee, is there any thought that, you know, yeah, we beat Wisconsin, but we could have beaten them more decisively, and maybe that, is that not in your mind at all?
I mean, that could be like every game if you want to talk about it. Like, you know, you win a game, but, you know, you miss a couple of things here or there, and it was like, well, if we would have done this, we would have scored more points here or there. And it's just like, you could go through every game and be like, well, we could have scored a lot more points. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's about winning the game. And that was a good football team that we went against, and knowing that it was going to be a slug match like it was. So, I don't know. It's like I said, it's like you could win a game by 30 points, and we could, you know, sit there and watch film, and it'd be like, well, we could have actually scored, you know, 3 more touchdowns. Like, yeah, we could do that to every game.
And final question for JT, second row right, Tony.
JT, the trend of players maybe skipping the bowl game to maybe tend to their own personal matters, do you foresee that happening here? What would you say to somebody that might be thinking of doing that?
Yeah, it's wild. Especially the people that we have in our locker room. Like, I mean, I don't know, you know, people have done it, you know, these past couple of years. I mean, I don't know them personally, but I guess the brotherhood and the bond that we have in the Ohio State locker room, I would be very shocked. Like, I mean, you ever see Coach Meyer do the taking back, like one of those, like smack me across my face? If somebody was like, yeah, I'm not going to play in the bowl game, Cotton Bowl against USC, I think that would be wild.
Great. JT, thank you very much.